we're still talking about menopause,
Okay.
and let's talk about when you notice. I know when you started going through menopause. So last time what we talked about was intergenerational conversations around menopause, surrounding menopause,
Yeah.
and how that doesn't happen enough. But in our family, it did happen, which I'm very blessed, and that's why I'm able to talk to other people about it. Let me ask you: did you, when you were going through menopause, is there anything that you grieved? Because you went into surgical menopause,
Yes.
so your menopause was very abrupt.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Do you feel, looking back on it, do you feel like you had maybe any type of like perimenopausal symptoms? Had you started having flashes or mood swings or anything?
I wasn't having mood swings. Well,
Or like
was it after that I was crying a lot, and was it after the surgery that I called you and told you the doctor gave me amitriptyline and you said don't take it, mommy?
So yes, so I was in college.
Uh-huh.
But even before I was in college, when I was in high school, this is where I know, like looking back, you were going through perimenopause. So I was in high school, and because you had your surgery when I was in college, you had a hysterectomy in college. And when I was in high school, though, you were having mood, you were labile, mood wise. So you would have these huge shifts where you were here and then you were here. And we would all kind of just get quiet. I never talked to you about that. But do you remember that?
No.
Okay. Because I remember that. But so when you had your hysterectomy, you still had your ovaries.
I still had my ovaries.
But you went through surgical menopause early because there was still low blood supply to your ovaries. That's one thing people don't realize.
Yeah.
You can still, after hysterectomy, even if you retain your ovaries, enter surgical menopause if blood flow to your ovaries have been compromised.
Yeah, because the ovaries that they left was no good.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened. So, but did you have anything that you grieved immediately after your hysterectomy?
I grieved, not that I want more children, but I grieved the fact that I can't have more children if I want to. I grieved that. I grieved the changes that came off a sudden. Because I was very anemic, so I was constantly eating ice. And then I came back overnight and stopped eating ice.
Yeah.
So that part I like. But I grieved my thought process not coming together sometimes. My thought process not coming together. I would just burst out crying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know why I'm crying.
Yeah.
And then they gave me, nobody talked to me about all these changes.
Yeah.
Because my mom never talked to me about it. And I'm sure when I look back, she was bleeding a lot, but that bleeding stopped. And the fact that I can't sleep, I will have the house freezing, and your daddy will be freezing in cold.
Yeah.
But I would want it even colder.
Yes.
And I would tell him, no, it's not cold enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
They gave me the patch that they gave me,
the hormone
patch, but it was brutal. And I wish those things the doctors or medical doctors would have said. When I went into medical field before I started doing psychiatry, I made sure that I told my patients, I educated them that they would know about menopause. It was like I didn't want women to experience it, and the vaginal dryness that comes with it, and the fact that you don't have the same feelings. It's like when somebody's touching you, you feel like somebody's bothering you, that sort of thing. And I'm sure it's dramatic also for men.
When their wives or their spouses are
going through it.
I think so.
Yeah, because they take the whole brunt of it, because it's like, who is this woman that I'm living with? Because you you were just a different personality, especially those moods, the sleepless night, grieving. You grieve like you're losing something because you feel like you're losing your life. It's like your life is gone. I tried different things to at least the hot flash when you're sitting down and everybody's relaxing. You feel like somebody took a rod and put right inside of you, and you're burning, but everybody else is relaxed. So you start, nobody educated us, me, and at least you saw me go through that.
And you know what the thing is, so I am in this last like year and a half, I have felt myself start to change. And so that means most of my career I've been speaking to women, not knowing those symptoms. But at the same time, because I saw you go through it and it was brutal. So this is the surgical menopause. It was brutal for me as a physician when I'm talking to patients counseling for hysterectomy. All those small things, not small, all those changes that you weren't spoken about, all my patients, I've counseled them before their hysterectomy on it.
Yeah, that's
from the vaginal dryness to the possibility of ending up in surgical menopause, even if I left the ovaries, to the the mental shifts, the emotional shifts,
the brain fogginess,
brain fog,
of not remembering things sometimes. You're just thinking of going to get a key, then you come into the room, you're like, what am I doing here? But you already know you went to go pick up your key, because sometimes I'll call you, I'll say, I don't know, I'm forgetting things. You say, Mommy, that's fine.
And so that's a big shock, like to go to sleep one night, get up, go to your surgery, then wake up the next day after, and then you're a completely different person. That's so who would not be driven crazy by that? It's a shame
and I wish to educate women, even though my own was brutal, even during changes for people that have it gradually. I have women that did not have surgery when I was in family practice. They will come and make all these complaints. I can't sleep. I can't. My husband touches me. I feel like he should go away. Forget this. Make excuses. Have vaginal dryness. I feel moodiness. And after they cut off all that, you tell them, okay, this is menopause that's happening. It's natural. I can treat you now with some medication that will help you. Sometimes they will say, what kind of medication? I will say SSRI for depression. No, I'm not depressed. I was told not to take any of this. So women are not educated, and I will write some will agree that it's a process that your body is going through, even though it's going through gradually. That's a change that has to be addressed. And even now that they have hormonal therapy, I think any woman that's not doing hormonal therapy, I don't know why not.
Well, and to your point, there's also like a lot of non-hormonal things also, because SSRIs can be used. I definitely know that you should, as a woman, if you start to have some of these perimenopausal, menopausal symptoms, hot flashes are usually what women notice. Women less notice the brain fog. I don't think it's not like they notice it less, but they correlate it less with perimenopause and menopause.
That's natural things you can use. I used black cohosh for a while.
And hormone therapy, non-hormone therapy, is first sitting down and talking. And getting an understanding of what the symptoms are, and then
what's best for you.
But
at least know that you're not going crazy.
You're not going crazy.
Because in the olden days, when women said they're senile, they're going crazy. So for generations, women have accepted that it's normal and they sit and suffer.
And to your point, if you have a rod burning you from the inside, would you not go crazy if that's not dealt with? So I think, I noticed you going through perimenopause or starting perimenopause before you had your hysterectomy, and I didn't say anything when I felt like you were crazy. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I know my sisters didn't say anything. Anthony was young. I wonder on my kids' end if they see sometimes where I just feel like I am going crazy inside.
They both are thinking the same thing you thought about me.
You know, if I could say something to them now, I guess I've not thought about talking to them actually about it, what I'm going through.
You might have to do that.
Yeah.
So that they will know it. You might have to. It would be good to say, Mommy is going through changes in her body now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it will make Mommy, don't be such a nice person, but you'll be with me. And because for me, I didn't know. But you all know that when I was bringing you all up, if I do something wrong, I always come and tell your Mommy's sorry.
You say sorry, yeah.
I usually come and say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So but I didn't know I was going through but whenever I do something, I feel like I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. I say, Mom, I'll come and say, I'm so sorry, I apologize. Mommy made a mistake.
How long do you think it took you to go through? Do you still have symptoms now? How long they're not as bad if you do.
Then I don't, but sometimes I do. But I notice that I have it if I don't eat healthy.
Yeah.
If I don't eat healthy, I'll feel those hot flashes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm very careful in what I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't eat something that has a lot of sodium, for example. I'll try to eat more closer to natural things. If I eat anything that has too much chemicals in it, my body doesn't agree with it.
You know, so in the last 2 months, I've had this issue of memory, not like long-term memory, short-term memory, definitely.
Short-term memory, yeah.
And then also, what was a good term? Like line of thought. As I'm talking, I can forget what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And so I started getting scared. Knowing that, okay, this is perimenopause, part of it, but then it felt at a point I felt like it was getting worse. And to your point, when I don't eat well and I don't sleep well, it's worse. So it's almost like, if somebody doesn't sleep, you're going to have, it's easy to have forgetfulness, because sleep is necessary to get all the toxins out of your mind and reset yourself. But being perimenopausal, it is exponentially worse for me than, and I can't bounce back like I used to. So I have to be consistent with my sleep, consistent with my eating well, and then I've started
consistent with your vitamins,
my nutrients, my micronutrients definitely.
Consistent with your vitamin D, vitamin D and
my omegas.
Your omegas.
But then, and I started, I haven't told you, I started testosterone.
For me, testosterone now.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me. Yeah. But whenever I get my testosterone,
because you get
my
pellets.
brain, pellets.
And
my brain is like this.
Yeah.
And I've given that book to several of my co-workers. Some of them shrug it down, but I see them going through that. And I'm kind of like, because I've seen some of these commercials going on, and it seems like women, we accept things more when we hear it from a man than when we hear it from a woman that's experiencing it. Telling you, this is what I'm experiencing. The man does not experience it. So why will you want to go to a man that does not experience menopause to treat you than it's going to a woman that experienced it and have gone through that, or is trying to give you the right? So because when I take testosterone, I can tell you people's name come quick to me. You tell me your name, I retain it like that.
But so here's the thing, right? When you talk about estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, sex hormones, when you talk about testosterone, people always think male hormone, estrogen, female hormone. But what they don't realize is that it is just a sex hormone. It is a hormone that both men and women have, testosterone.
Which there might be education to tell them. And there might be education that you tell them, because I've always had testosterone. Every woman has testosterone that
we
you
just don't
make
have a whole
naturally.
bunch.
We don't have a whole bunch like men.
And then it breaks down into estrogen.
It breaks down.
So that's why it's nice sometimes depending on where you are on the spectrum for menopause, very early and also later, testosterone alone might be enough because you're going to break down and get some estrogens from it too.
Yeah.
But it's helped. It's helped tremendously.
I know eating right is the key for me.
And rest.
And rest.
Yeah.
And if you drink, cutting down on alcohol. Is one of the keys.
Anything really that's inflammatory.
Yeah, because of
taking that away.
Alcohol turns I have a book I'm reading about health. Alcohol turns into ethanol. Ethanol, ethanol that we put in the gas car. It's good to be aware of that. But there's stage 1 where I went into that, and then it starts stretching, where I went through the brain fog, and I lost a lot of weight. I went into taking care of my health and dropped my weight. That helped a lot. The exercise. I changed the way I was eating. I went into eating organic food. I bought a lot. And that time you were not even in school. This is something I was thinking, reading, searching. I started cut down and start eating organic food. That really helped me. Sleeping, reading books, and using black cohosh, but lots of vitamins. I couldn't sleep. I would go to the store and look at the natural way. There's all this selenium and all these things that you see in organic stores that I buy, which now you have all those things now. That time we didn't have. You can't go to somebody like you and get that. There was not education. I took it to educate myself, to go to these special stores, to talk to my doctor. He said, get this, get that.
Most of my books on menopause and women's bodies and caring for yourself, a lot of the books I have now are your old books. I don't know if you realize that, because I go into your house and take stuff. It's still, but I have a lot of your books.
Yeah, one of the doctors put me on amitriptyline. I will never forget it. Even though you said don't take it, I took it. And that day I was driving on 85. I was shaking. I just got into this panic attack for no reason, from nowhere. And this trailer was, they're so mean. He was blowing horn. I probably was doing maybe 20 miles an hour, 85. I was going like this. I was shaking until I got to an exit. I took out that exit, and I know I took that medication that morning. And when I got home, I said, is there anything that have changed in my life now besides this medicine? I said, no. So I said, so I stopped taking it, and that panic attack went away. But you know what? I still use amitriptyline on my patients now. But I tell them about this experience.
So there's nothing. So your cure would have just been some hormones.
My cure would have been hormones.
Yes, and at the same time, there's nothing wrong with taking the
antidepressant.
That class, because the perimenopause or menopause just may exacerbate what you already have. This underlining. Getting on hormone therapy can help, but you may need another med also that helps with brain chemistry. So there's nothing wrong about it. The biggest thing is, whether your practitioner is man or woman, the biggest thing is going to a practitioner that's going to sit down and listen to you, and also having open conversations with friends and family, other women, because then that's where you may find that you realize that your symptoms are due to being in this part of your life.
Both can work. A combined both works. One testosterone hormonal is fine, but you have to go to somebody who is an expertise on that can help you.
So the biggest piece of advice for someone that has early signs of menopause, just concern, because what is the sign? Like I say to women, people ask me all the time, well, what are the signs of early menopause? And I talk about the most common, but an early sign is you have concern that something is changing. And that could be that you're being more emotional.
You can be more
It
emotional.
could be that you're having
irritable, snapping at people,
or your memory's gone. It could be that your hair is falling out. It could be anything. And so if you just have concern, then seeking help, and some of that help can just be, conversations with friends.
It doesn't have to be only hot flashes.
It's not just
before
hot
flashes. It's that memory lapse, that irritability.
It's not just hot
that sleepless nights.
Yeah.
That waking up in the middle of the night and not sleeping.
Insomnia, a little anxiety.
Yeah. All those things.
Yeah.
It can happen. But it's good to talk to your doctor, talk to friends. Whoever is your primary care provider is the first person to talk to.
Yeah.
So that they can refer you. Your gynecologist is the first person to talk to.
And if they say there's nothing to do, what do you do?
If they said there's nothing to do, that's where the problem lies, because now you have spoken to the specialist and they said, I didn't even speak to, I talked to my provider and he gave me amitriptyline and he said PCP. He shouldn't be prescribing me.
Well, PCP. Whatever. He can.
Well, he does not know about that.
I think if you talk to somebody and you don't get an answer, you talk to somebody else.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
If your GYN did not give you an answer, speak to your PCP. If your PCP does not give you an answer, look up for people that do hormonal therapy.
Or Google.
Like Google.
You can chat GPT.
Chat GPT. I don't know about chat GPT. I've never tried it, but
you've not used chat GPT? I guess that's the new age people. That's
chat GPT. Okay, yeah. That can give you an answer. Or sometimes it will give you the wrong answer.
Talk to somebody.
Pick up to the library. Pick up a book.
People don't go to the library anymore, do they?
I used to take you out to the library.
Yeah, you took us. Yeah.
I still go to the library though and borrow books. But I always go back to what my dad said. Education is the key.
Yeah.
Education is the key.
Thank you, Mommy.